actually isn't even mine. That was pulled by a 10-year-old.
Whoa.
On his 10th birthday in the shop. And I am holding it for them because they want to keep it in the safe here and are deciding whether or not they want to sell it and when.
Well, shoot, it went up.
Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
This is unbelievable.
Like, I lived in Carolina, so you don't meet them. It's the ones that are there, and it's this total, like, snobby, like, look down on you.
I
like, bro.
James Young.
I can see that.
No thanks.
What does the right deal look like for new people if they want to know what that looks like?
I would just say where, and I've told this to people all the time, when you're collecting for yourself, don't, like, yes, you have to look at value when you're making a trade, but, like, if the entire market crashed like it did in the 80s, right, would I still go into my basement, my man cave, and enjoy looking at what I've got? Does it still have emotional value where, oh, I paid $100 for that card, now it's $3, right? Like stuff in the 80s went to. Like a Mark McGwire rookie went to nothing. Now it's coming back up if it's great and blah, blah, blah. But the stuff that I'll trade for is like, you know what? eBay-wise, I may have lost $1,500 on that deal if I sold it. But I got something for myself that I will always enjoy looking at. It's a card that has a picture from a game I love or a favorite player that's a really unique card. And say, you know what? It's okay. Because it's not about what I could have made. It's about what this will always mean to me.
I like that. I feel like the experience of the
that's PC stuff.
Experience and memory, that's huge.
Yeah, to me, it's you know, what is that going to mean when I'm taking folks in the basement and when we finish our house and all that? Be like, yeah, like, lost a ton of money on that, but I'm so glad it's here.
All right, one more question on this one.
Oh, yeah.
How do you deal with, like, loss? Like, I know you obviously are in a different position, but, like, loss when you're in the market or someone buys a car and they're trying to make some money or they're trying to flip or whatever. Like, how do you think people should deal with that?
So, a couple
Mistakes,
ways.
I guess.
Yeah, well, you think of it almost like whether you're dealing with it. If it's just investment or if it's just in terms of dealing with different things. Loss, like, so flip it, conversely. Does anybody bat 1,000? Like, nobody is never missed on a prospect or a player or anything like that. The question comes, what did I do here to lose? Did I buy emotionally after I saw that guy play a big game? I'm like, he's the next Jordan, and freak out, and, like, I've got a lot of Harold Miner. You know,
Harold Miner.
Like, okay, well then, okay, I need to not buy that way. Or if I traded a whole lot of football rookies, I traded away a huge Jordan for a whole lot of football rookies, and their average career is 3 years, and they're all out and they're gone. And like think about like football. People don't remember football like they do basketball. It's not that they don't remember; it's just not the same. Like Edgerrin James, right? Like
he was
the
a beast.
Greatest, biggest dude. What is his rookie? It's not even close to what like a Klay Thompson would be, or somebody like that in basketball, where the careers are long and all that. So to me, I just have to look at losses, learning experiences. Like, what was within my control that I could change? Because you're not going to bat 1,000. Nobody bats 1,000. Doesn't matter what they say. So, to me, what could I learn from that to go forward and make sure I don't do it again? But it's either, if it's not that, it's going to be like, oh, I lost on Kalinick. I'm out of the game. Okay, if that's what you want to do, I just think you got to get used to it. Like, baseball, right? You hit 300, right? Or 250 with a lot of home runs. I mean, you're only winning a fourth of the time, a third of the time. They deal with loss every day. You just got to figure out how to minimize it.
I like that. Bang.
You got it. Allen and Ginter. Like,
what is it?
That's so cool.
Wow.
So it's a booklet, Ronaldo and Pele.
You're not going to see that card very often.
No, I jumped all over it. I was like, well,
2017.
Those dudes aren't going to go down, I think. But I was like, wow, what a unique. I just love the uniqueness of it.
That's where it's at, dude.
It's crazy. I love it. My wife loved it, so that's why we got it too, which is great.
Wow.
Jimmy, wait.
Jimmy, what are we looking for right now?
Well, so my guy likes some basketball.
All right.
So I just opened some Chronicles, which course, I love and this whole town loves because collegiate here, there we go,
That's cool.
and is the deal, right?
Oh yeah.
So if I can find him, you don't need to drop any like huge on the little guys because that'll end up in like the bottom of the shoe closet. But can I find him some cool stuff like that and maybe one special maxi, right? That's the plus it'll probably help that it actually doesn't have the corners looking like a 70-year-old car.
You got me hooked on mags, dude.
Dude,
I put like my favorite cards in them now.
I've done
Even
it
my
forever.
sign cards. I love mags.
I love them.
Stacking them up.
Yeah, look, your Fox you gave me's over there.
Look at that. Got that baby sign.
I love that.
I love it. That's so cool.
So I can give him a couple of, I give something away every day. Some of it does make social media, I get it, but it's never the point.
Of course.
Never the point.
You were gonna do it anyway.
No question.
Even if I
Whether
didn't-
y'all were here, never ever the point.
Look, even if I didn't grab this camera, he was racing, and as soon as he saw the kid, I could see the spark in his eyes.
It's the best.
So I had to grab the camera. Look at this.
And that's why it's like when people get into this stuff with fanatics and all that is coming. That's why I hope that they still will do stuff for like hobby shops where you can buy boxes from them without having to do it online, where it's everybody in one place. So the majority, like, we'll still exist no matter what. If we switch to just single, whatever, I'm not worried about that. We'll be here. But you want to do this because this is what builds the next customer base, generational. And you can just walk in and spend $11, right? Like, this is free for them. But you want to do that. You don't want to kill that experience, right? So that's what I'm hoping.
Hey.
We'll see. We'll be here no matter what.
Yeah, you'll be here no matter what. That's what I like to hear.
Ain't no doubt about that. Okay. So that's Brandon Boston and Isaiah, and they both played here.
Awesome.
And then Maxie. Who do you like? Do you like Maxie too? And those are from my collection to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Want to take care of the next generation
Thanks,
always.
man. Appreciate it.
Hey,
There you
there
go.
you go.
I like the Sixers hat. You're good to go, bro.
You like the old school throwback? That they bring it back to the
And I couldn't even afford this back in the day, like. But that was the first baseball chrome refractor type card, because it was the same with basketball that year. That you'll see a lot of people collect that set, but then they redid it a year ago.
It looks nice. What's
Like, it's kinda
the original
cool.
set's what? The Griffey?
It's
Or is it?
who's the rookie? It's not a Griffey rookie, but it's just really cool. And it was like one refractor a box, real old school. Like getting a refractor was impossible.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like doing a set, forget it. You'd have to buy 1,000 boxes.
Do you ever sell like a card that you've never been able to find again?
I've traded some. I mean, heck, I traded some with Tyler last time, but like, it's only for something that I'll love as much. When it's my own collection, with shop stuff, yeah, all the time. But with my stuff, it's got to be the right deal and the right person on it.
What do you think of this kid?
Were you able to track down anything that I might like?
I don't know. Like, it's hard to find a Jordan or a LeBron even in that range.
Just another night at the roadshow shop.
Get in here.
Tyler and I got to come out here.
Got-
We're hanging out, and we're gonna watch the Chargers Raiders game, which is on, but there's a delay because of the thunderstorm in Los Angeles. But
You can play around.
always a good time here. I mean, there's just so much history here. You guys have seen all the videos, but there's always new stuff. There's always new stuff. It's like
Little
we come in here. Look at
McCaffrey
this.
super.
I didn't see this.
Little rookie. I got these in. I posted them today for my little
Dude, Chris
PC.
Hoge would want this.
See, I love that the crossovers. So that's cool because it's numbered to 10 and numbered to 11 because this is the 2011 football RPA design and this is the 2010. So they do this thing where they cross them over and put basketball in it. So, but I loved that set. That was AJ Green's rookie year with Cincy, who I loved. And now I get too quickly.
I'm gonna ask you a tough question. You have to pick a favorite between him and Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I can't do that.
All right.
I mean, that's too tough.
All right, let me turn the
because
camera off real quick.
they're awesome. They're both awesome.
both
And
very
they're really
talented.
good dudes. Like, that was the best to me is that they were in here hanging out. And they were super engaging and cool with all the people that came in. And
I
they
like
were
that.
great with us. So
Let me ask you this: if you knew somebody wasn't that cool, would it be tough for you to pick up their cards?
That, like, ironically, like, to a degree, yeah. Like, I'm not a Ben Simmons fan, but, like, that would be an easy no.
Tyler's sitting there just like,
It would definitely affect me, like, having them come in the shop. Like,
sure.
I don't want you, like, the goal is, like, all of our signings, like, we don't ever, and not that we wouldn't at some point if we could, if it was the right price, but the goal is to get them in front of people rather than make the most by having them just sign stuff in the back.
I like that.
And we can do a little bit of that, but I want the people around here to come meet their heroes. And if you're not cool, like, then that just defeats the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do.
Excellent.
So,
Wow. Look at this. We saw this on Instagram.
now, if he wasn't cool, I'd still probably get him in here.
I know.
It's
It's
Sean
of
Connery.
course. And that new movie's coming out.
I can't. Rookie tools of the trade, absolute.
People are always asking to pick if they should pick stuff up. I'm always
So the reason I like this one and some like this, occasionally you'll find them. But if you look, rookie card, but
full auto.
number 0,
Yeah, that's what I
which
was
is
gonna
his
say.
Kentucky's jersey number
Yeah.
and not Sacramento. So every once in a while when I see
You
those,
know what
I
that
like,
is? That's an early autograph because in their head they're signing thousands and thousands of items.
they're probably signing for contenders, and then Panini used the contender stickers to stick on the
nasty.
Kings. I mean, it doesn't change the price or anything
Yeah,
like that.
no,
I
for
just
sure.
think it's kind of
It's
cool
kinda
as a
cool.
Kentucky fan.
Yeah, I like that.
I dig that.
I can appreciate that.
Here too.
The 07 Fleer High Prospects,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of those KDs are fake too. Yeah. Those guys.
That's also when right around when they did the McDonald's All-American game once it got faked through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
There's like Rondo and all those guys. That,
Blake Griffin one
you
too.
gotta feel good about that. I mean, that's not a bad deal.
Only if you let me give you that too. Cause you give me stuff, so I gotta give you something.
Do you not have to do that?
Yes.
It would never leave.
I know it won't. That's why.
Dude. Serious?
Yeah. So I knew that card was for you as soon as I got
I
it.
love it. I love Freeman. Have you watched his story?
Yeah.
With his like mom's passing away,
Mhm.
and then he had a home run on Mother's Day, and like it's unbelievable.
It was
You
awesome.
Cry. It was awesome.
And the way he is with like his son too. I think his
He's-
son's name is Charlie.
It's awesome. It will never leave.
His son's gonna be better than him one day. I'm telling you.
God, that'd be nuts. Oh, I love it. I had said a while ago I'm not gonna let any more go. Until,
I think you got some better ones than this.
yeah, I do, but I was like, I'm done. But it's just because of you.
So what-
I
You're not
appreciate
letting
it.
it
So what
go.
was the deal for?
Because so he asked me at the National. I brought this for him. I showed it to him as soon as
Yeah.
I got it, and he was super excited because he goes, "That card, man, that card. That's you don't see this card." And at the National, he didn't bring. He had mostly soccer, and I'm not a big soccer guy. So I'm
Right,
like,
right.
you know, we still made a trade
We were
for that
just
job.
little. We're not as big as you at the National. Like, we were little guys, and we bought just a few things.
So he asked me, he goes, "Look, I'm going to be on the lookout for some that you might like." And he asked me what I liked. I'm like, "Look, I'm looking for a nice LeBron, Jordan. All it didn't have to be a
Right,
duel,
right.
but obviously a duel is better than one of each." So I wanted something like this, and then he delivered. He's had this one, what, probably 4 or 5 years
4
at
or
least?
5 years. But I really like put the kibosh on. Like I was done. I traded one with Jameel because it was Jameel, and the others to you. And like that's probably it.
No, I
Because I'll
appreciate
hold on
it.
the rest of,
Boom.
Jimmy gets this bad boy.
and that'll never leave.
And this came into the shop too, which is crazy.
That thing is impossible to find. And
Is,
I've
that
got
like
some
is it like a super short print?
Super
like
short print.
it's either 10 or 5. We don't
Yeah.
we don't know.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
And I just
What a card.
I don't go hard after baseball except for Acuna.
That's your guy.
And that I am super psyched because I feel like when I watch this guy play, I feel like I did when I was like 10 and getting into baseball. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
super juice watching highlights.
When I met him, I said, my crazy redneck friend loves you.
Absolutely, he
So-
does.
He goes, nice, right on.
I absolutely.
That's the deal
love it.
right there. Boom.
I think it's awesome.
But I still love this card. This card's awesome.
Give me a little of that. And one thing that's cool, dead serious, is probably the last Jordan, LeBron, like pro thing I ever let go out of those boxes.